Dun, 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 dun.
Well, this is a bit of a genre departure from the familiar with Marvista Entertainment. I've been looking at the studio extensively over the past couple months. There's a lot of content that comes out of this place, but it's nice to see some variants, although it's not exactly a complete detour because it's really a never detour that flows, or it flows logically from a never detour that we've already had. But it's nice to see another film that's not necessarily in their prominent film genre of, oh, good girl meets bad guy. We've had that routine for so long. We're actually going to have more of that tonight. There's a lot of films that come out, and it's like, how many more can you guys release? Like, I like thrillers, but these ones are starting to feel the same a bit, and this good girl meets bad guy thing is getting so old. Anyways, perhaps the studio's looking to spread its wings a bit more from its Christmas trend. That was, again, the detour that took place fittingly in November and December. But now we're venturing off into the family film genre. So, again, kind of a logical thing going here, or logical flow. But let's see how well they can, successfully they can play in this field. Are we going to be getting more family films in the future? Are we testing the waters a bit? Let's see. We're starting out with a film based on children and sports, very fitting for the film genre, or for the family genre. Back of the Net. So this film is releasing, I think it's actually already released. Oh, interestingly enough, I didn't realize this, but it released, I believe, first in, well, several countries actually, Victoria, Tasmania, and Queensland in April of last year. So I'm assuming probably because I saw this trailer, maybe this is another one I'm late on. That could be a possibility too. Yeah, I'm 6 months late. Okay. But again, perfect to fulfill the time I have now with quarantine. I need more to watch, and if I'm going to watch more Vista movies, so be it. But let's take a look and see how this is. So this has been obviously hitting the internet for a little while. It says in the US it got its digital release in 2019 on August 13th, and then the 27th of that same month, it got its DVD premiere. So it seems like I'd be able to access it pretty easily. But let's take a look at the official synopsis according to IMDb and see what this new venturing off is like. Okay. A new student at a soccer academy is determined to beat her rival's team in the national tournament. Kind of a basic plot from the sounds of that. Very fitting, I would say, for a family film, and maybe it'll be very appealing in that demographic. I don't imagine for, like the single adult out there looking for a movie to watch, being like, oh yeah, I'll just pick that one like off a shelf. It doesn't speak to me in that way as some of her larger films do. Maybe it'll have more of a connection to the sports fan because it's oriented around athletics, but I'm not, so it's not really connecting with me. I did do sports back in the day, or soccer specifically, for like 7 years, but that's way back. I don't really care to go back there, so not much interest for me. I don't really follow sports too much, so no connection there, but will I be willing to give it a try? Maybe. Maybe some of our adults will see it, based on that plot premise, and maybe like, okay, it's a bit weak, but maybe the trailer will stand out more to them, right? Maybe it's more entertaining in visual format, and I'm willing to give it a chance, so let's take a look. And maybe, well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think they would spoil it too much. Marvista has a trend of, as I've said before many times, specifically with their horror films, they spoil their movies and their trailers. Maybe they won't for family film. Let's see. I don't know. Is there that much to spoil? I don't think so. But let's give it a try. Let's see if they can finally break out of that trend. They did slightly with Christmas, but then they went right back to thrillers, and it's like, yeah, you're not doing too well. Okay? As always, we're going to watch this first. We're going to talk about it more in my condensed review segment following us watching the video together. Okay, let's take a look. Here we go.
In 72 hours, I'm going to be on one of the most advanced research vessels in existence, studying fluid dynamics and ocean waves.
You get to Sydney at 10 a.m.
You sure you're okay? Me? Mm-hmm. I'm better than okay. Oh!
Are you sure?
Dude, okay?
Parents are like, oh, we hope this will go. We hope this will go better than you say. It could be just the saying goodbye element.
Where's the ship?
What ship?
For my
Senses aren't exactly the best attuned.
Oh, you're not in the right place. This is a soccer academy.
What? No! There has to be a way.
You're gonna need to let that go.
But I don't play soccer.
Correction, you didn't play soccer. I'll see you on the field.
Hi, Mom and Dad. They put me on a soccer team.
Why don't you make the most of it? Listen up a little. That's the spirit!
How's soccer treating
But
you?
points for encouragement. She's like, I don't know if that's really what I wanted.
That was homey.
Just stay clear.
I'll never be reading a
You'll fine.
textbook.
What you gonna do?
You don't belong here. You're terrible at soccer. Why don't you do everyone a favor and go home?
Well, that's a little mean. We could be nice.
Are you mad at me?
I'm not mad. I don't understand how you can be friends with Eve. She's just mean.
So this is kind of, it very much is a departure. It's good girl meets good guy this time.
I'm sick of the way she acts all the time.
Is this your bag?
She is
Not
really
putting up with
rude.
it anymore. Thanks.
You go, girl.
Alright, give it all you got. Let's go! Boys choose girls, girls choose boys.
Corey.
People have to learn eventually.
Why wouldn't I?
Just a few weeks ago, you were just a science break at a soccer camp. You've come so far.
But every day is a chance to be someone you weren't yesterday.
Are you having fun?
For the first time, I think I might be. This is when all of our hard work comes together and we show everyone that we are champions.
1, 2, 3!
Very fitting for a family film. It's going to play well to that audience. Maybe I'd be willing to check it out at some point. But it does seem like they're, I don't know, maybe this venture into the family films arena is a little more successful than I would have thought, because, you know, they didn't spoil too much in their trailer, so that's a plus. We're breaking some good trends to not continue, which is really nice to see. Hopefully they extend that to their thrillers. So I'll tell you, all their thriller movies and their advertisements is driving me crazy. It's like, stop spoiling your films. Although, I mean, it saves time watching a film in 3 minutes. But this one I'd be more willing to watch in its entirety, as I'm sure probably many of our films, or many of our families out there would be as well. It's got some charm to it. I think the comedy does really help too, and the visuals are very striking. I think the acting on the part of our lead here, I want to get her name right. Let me take a look really fast. Sophia, is it Sophia Weil? Is that who the lead actress is? Let me see. Yes, I think Sophia Wilde's doing a great job. I think she really does click with the audience and the camera as well. So, I don't know. I don't know who the bully was, but she's. I mean, all bullies have been rude. You know, all teams have them. There were. I wouldn't necessarily say there were bullies on the teams I was on. I would just say they were challenging personalities. We'll put it that way. Everybody's a character, right? But I don't know. Hopefully her experience goes a little better. You know, it looks like it does, at least from the end. You could say maybe it implies what the ending would be like. Oh, you know, she fits well into the team that she didn't think she would ever fit into eventually, or at the beginning. So we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to check out what future projects they have in this genre. But what do you guys think about Back of the Net? Does it look interesting to you? Or maybe as a sports fan, as I mentioned earlier, do you sense that connection with it? Like, oh, you know, the sports aspect is pulling me in, or maybe it's the comedy or the family feel. I don't know. It looks like a charming film, but whatever your thoughts are, feel free to let me know down below. Don't forget all the good stuff, like and subscribing that bell. And until our next Marvista trailer, which there's going to be a lot tonight, so there'll be plenty in full. And it won't, I don't think most of them are for family films, at least from looking at the list. None of these are looking too friendly. So, as far as those trailers go, I will see you in those videos. But for right now, thanks for watching this video. I love you guys. Don't forget yourselves, your fellow man. God bless and peace.